The reality is people could move a lot faster if they architect their system appropriately and remove the risk from it. So you need to know enough about it, but you also need to make sure that the tools available are not creating more risk in the environment. And that's what we make sure of with the complement of tools we have in the platform. UiPath is a software platform that allows you to deploy software robots, agentic technology, agents, and orchestration, either from process mining, the start, how do we do what we do, orchestrating the process, let's do it, and then testing the process, how did we actually deliver. Being at the front edge of AI, using models, using generative AI, LLMs, agents, all of these things, it can be problematic if you don't have the right mix of tools. You really do need to have a deterministic element, 1 + 1 always equals 2. You use the generative element, which is the ability to say, how do we think differently about what we do and how do we coach people? And then that orchestration piece, whether it's really in the mining or in the testing, this is critical. And the reality is people could move a lot faster if they architect their system appropriately and remove the risk from it. So you need to know enough about it, but you also need to make sure that the tools available are not creating more risk in the environment. And that's what we make sure of with the complement of tools we have in the platform. There's a lot of huge opportunities around success. It's how do you take mundane tasks away from people that have expert talent that you really want to redeploy, right? So an engineer, degreed engineer, who's focused unfortunately on jamming a spreadsheet, you really want them to use that creativity and talent doing engineering work. So I've seen a lot of companies that have been able to redeploy those engineering hours, redeploy manufacturing expert hours, using these tools, agents, generative LLM to take away decision latency. So in other words, how quickly can I get to the 20% and slough off the 80%? There's a lot of huge opportunity there. Where I've seen problems is when people think you can take and use the wrong tool for the wrong job, right? There's no bad tool, there's just the wrong job for the wrong tool. And using a generative tool in an area where you need an absolute answer is, at this time, maybe in a year or two it'll be better, but at this time that just doesn't work. The best question I get is, where are things going? And manufacturing has a legacy of being a little bit behind everybody else. In reality, that's not a problem. That's a good thing. You have a risk-tolerant environment. I think there's a change coming to manufacturing that will be dramatic in the ability to transform operations. So we talk about how to capture that tacit knowledge and make it available for the future. We talk about how to use these agentic and robotic tools in a way that takes zero value add tasks away from the process. And the reality is all of that stuff's being done on the carpet side at the enterprise, in the back office now. It's not found its way down to the concrete where we make things. It's been tested, it's been deployed, it works well, it's very pragmatic approach to driving value. When that crosses that divide from carpet to concrete, it's going to have a dramatic impact, and people are doing some really creative things now. We're starting to see this move very quickly. I think people that are thinking about doing this, you need to get started, right? You can't sit back and wait for all of this to come to you, but you need to understand the risk that you're creating in your environment. So if you understand the risk, if you understand the problem that you're solving, then you can pick tools and you'll always learn from them. I tell people it's better to be wrong in 18 hours than in 18 weeks or 18 months. So just start quickly, constrain it, and then start delivering value back to the operation.